What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all the morning after the SNL episode of Dogecoin. So, as you guys saw, a lot of selling pressure throughout the night and into the morning, but now finally I think we're starting to see a recovery. Remember, guys, my channel is not for financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor. Rather, I try to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. So if anyone tuned into my live stream last night, I did end up buying some Dogecoin when it dipped down right below, not necessarily at its bottom that we saw at 47, 48 cents. It was at 49 cents per coin. I did increase my position size, but regardless, if we look at the price action leading up to the SNL episode, we saw this thing, even right when it started airing, it got to about 70 cents a share, or 70 cents a coin, pretty close to its all-time high. But then it kind of just came tumbling down as whales sold off their positions. Selling pressure was on, the expectations weren't met that people were expecting. All these things occurred, which was just basically Robinhood crashed. Everything, it was just, it was a disaster. But now, slowly but surely, if we look at the 1 day, even just the 1 hour chart, the last hour here, there has been people are finally starting to buy back in. So it looks like it did bottom out. Early hours of the morning here in the United States are around 43 cents per coin. And now it's, been rallying up a little bit, up about, 10, 11 cents. Yeah, about not even 10 cents, excuse me. So it's at 52 cents per coin currently. So we're seeing more of a buying pressure as whales exit, which is, again, something that's good in my opinion. A lot of people are saying, Dogecoin will no longer hit $1. Dogecoin this, Dogecoin that. But guys, I am still very excited. And people are saying Elon's sentiments on SNL weren't significant. I think they really were. I think they were pretty positive overall. Remember, guys, this is a comedy show. It's not a news channel that he was interviewed about Dogecoin. It was on a comedy skit. So, of course, he had to poke fun of some things to, lighten up the mood. But currently sitting at 52.2 cents per coin. So I'll talk about kind of what I think is going to happen in the future for Dogecoin, future direction, price predictions, etc. Because we see this roller coaster all the time, right? So before I continue on to do so, go ahead and get your free stocks and ability to finally start trading Dogecoin on Webull. So valued up to $1,850 when you deposit $100 between now until the end of the month. Not sure how long the deal will go on preceding that, but regardless, get your free stocks when you deposit $100 and get the ability to trade Dogecoin on Webull, and also get your free Bitcoin with BlockFi. Click the link below, folks. Now, so as you can see, again, the price action, nothing too exciting, unfortunately. We were hoping for more, but guys, if anyone tuned into the SNL episode, you saw this interview. This was pretty much a 2-minute and 17-second clip between one of the SNL members and Elon Musk playing a financial advisor, and he asked him about cryptocurrency. He asked, again, Lloyd Ostertag. That was his name. That was the character Elon was playing. And the big thing is people are saying that he mentioned that it was a hustle, that Dogecoin is a hustle. But you guys have to remember, on top of that, he mentioned prior to that statement, he said it is a vehicle that will potentially take over the world, a financial vehicle. So remember that statement that he said, because a lot of people are overlooking that and thinking, oh, Elon has just been joking, he's been playing around, which very well could be so. But in my opinion, I think, again, he's probably a person that is holding. He hasn't disclosed that necessarily, but I think, again, he has a very bullish statement. And remember, Elon Musk is not Dogecoin. Although he's the spokesperson, untitled spokesperson for the company or for the cryptocurrency as a whole, I think that, again, a lot of things that start out as memes end up, having utility and potential in the future. But a lot of things, and then I'll kind of talk about my opinion on why I think this was kind of the full roller coaster, and in combination, it conglomerated to something that was pretty, underwhelming throughout the night. So the first thing that occurred, and you guys obviously saw this, especially if you're Robinhood users, and that's why I talk about Webull so much, is that Robinhood crashed as Dogecoin plummets 30%. So again, the trading app had crashed during periods of high volatility and high volume trading last night / early morning here in the US as the SNL episode was playing throughout the night, and afterwards there was a lot of people having trouble accessing their Dogecoin, being able to trade it, because again, so many people were on the app, overwhelming the bandwidth, overwhelming the software. So a lot of people were very upset. But again, because of that, the buying pressure wasn't there because as whales sold their positions, right? And typically when it comes to these whales that have millions and millions, hundreds of millions potentially of dollars in something like Dogecoin, that means when they sell and then we see continued selling pressure, they're not using things like Robinhood, more likely than not. They're using, probably a crypto platform, etc., a decentralized exchange that has less of a chance to crash at those times of high volatility because, again, they can handle those kind of volumes. But regardless, when this happened, the timing of it was very upsetting because, again, we saw, if you looked from last night here, you saw the big sell-off, right? It just continued to happen all the way down to 42 cents, and people were trying to access their funds and they couldn't. So with that being said, more and more of a selling pressure did occur, which again I think is going to start turning around as people are able to access their Dogecoin, start trading it again, buying in, because again a lot of people are still interested in the currency. Go on Reddit, go to r/Dogecoin, right, on the Reddit thread. You're going to see how many people are still extremely bullish and excited about Dogecoin as a whole. Now, so Elon did explain, Robinhood crashed, and no real updates. We were hoping that we'd get a tweet from Elon following saying, teasing around, saying something around a Doge father, and he said Wario was his favorite. So if you watch the SNL episode, you know that he played Wario. A lawyer attempts to prove Elon Musk is not responsible for Mario's issues that occurred. But regardless, you guys have to remember that Elon is just one person, and I think a lot of people are overlooking that. He is not, he does have a lot of influence with 53.6 million followers. And again, what he says, people will follow. That is very true. If he came out tomorrow and said, I'm buying Dogecoin, this thing will skyrocket. If he says tomorrow, I'm selling all my Dogecoin, this thing will plummet because he has a lot of influence. He's an influencer. But overall, again, I'm still very, very bullish. And I told you guys, right? I made a video prior to the SNL episode. I think it was a pretty short 8-9 minute clip. And I mentioned, I believe that there will be a sell-off during the SNL episode and after because of the buying the rumor, selling the news, right? And I said, if there's a dip that occurs, I will potentially buy more, which I ended up doing. I bought more Dogecoin, and I'm going to be holding. This is not a 1 month hold. This is not a 6 month hold, in my opinion. This is something that I want to hold for at the very minimum of a year to 2 years to 3 years. Because guess what? If we get off TradingView here and look at the price action, look at the all-time chart, or let's just look at the 1 year chart for Dogecoin, right? So it was not even 1 cent a year ago on May 10th, 2020, May 9th, May 10th, 2020. So guess what? For those who got it under a cent, a lot of people probably decided at 8 cents, they were like, wow, I didn't 10x my, I 40x'd my money. I need to get out of this, right? And I totally agree with anyone that wants to take profits off the top. It is very sensible, very logical, and I think it's the smart thing to do. Always take profits, lock in your money, make sure you're eating good, make sure your family's taken care of, because these are all very, very important things. But then again, always letting some ride the wave, regardless, as long as you have that risk tolerance, right? You're able to kind of stomach the volatility, because guess what? Those who got in at 0.002 cents a share, or per coin, excuse me, and it peaked at 64, let's just say where it is now, at 52 cents a share, that's not a 10x, that's not a 100x, right? That is a over, what is that, 2,500x in your initial investment, 2,500x. So for every dollar you put in, you have 2,500. If you put in $1,000, you could do the math, $2.5 million if you put $1,000 into Dogecoin a year ago. Were people doing that? Probably not, because there was no hype around it. So now, for those of you who decided to buy in when it was way up here at 65, 66 cents, and you're following the trends and you're looking at the technicals and you're saying, hey, there's selling pressure, I need to get out of this right now. Why are you saying that, right? In my opinion, this is actually the time, excuse me there, this is actually the time to buy more if it's dipping, if you were someone who bought at the peak, because we know what's going to happen, potentially, is that this thing will recover. More and more people now are aware of what Dogecoin is, right? You saw I was watching something on YouTube where they interviewed some college students. I think it was 3 out of the 30 college students they interviewed knew what Dogecoin was. So there's still a lot of room for exposure for Dogecoin. Their marketing has been great. The branding has been fantastic. But again, I think they're going to take this to the next level, and we'll see what happens. right? The future is still bright in my opinion. Again, I'm just watching this one very closely. Cryptocurrencies are on fire, a $2.4 trillion market cap. Yes, Dogecoin had pretty rough last 24 hours, but let's see where it goes tomorrow and the day after, because I'm still very bullish. The $1 thesis still stands in my opinion. And I think, again, a dollar might be just the start. A lot of people doubted that it would reach a cent. A lot of people doubted it would reach 10 cents. But guess what? We're pushing towards a dollar. So to all the Dogecoin holders, congratulations. I think we're going to see better days. But until next time, everybody, keep investing.